G'day humans, Chris Stead here. In this video, we're going to do a comparison between the Samsung S95C from 2023 and the Samsung S95D from 2024. So shortly, I'm just going to show you the two products side by side and let Sam from Samsung take you through the anti-glare technology, which is the big point of difference between the two models. And you'll be able to see that in real time. And also I'll let you see the full presentation that was provided to journalists here in Sydney, Australia when they first launched these TVs. But I just want to go across the top level differences because the two panels are actually pretty similar to each other. But there are a few notable differences. Performance-wise, they're both really good, but yeah, some noticeable differences are the processor. So the Neural Quantum processor from the S95C has been upgraded this year in the S95D to the NQ4 AI Gen 2 processor, and that's basically going to mostly help with 4K upscaling. The HDR has been upgraded to the HDR Pro, and Samsung has indicated that the panel is about 20% brighter. So that's what Samsung is saying is the difference between the two panels, and that's particularly noticeable with the HDR. On the audio front, Active Voice Amplifier is now Active Voice Amplifier Pro. It's basically the second generation of this tech, and it's about pulling that kind of dialogue out a bit better from the background noise. It's slightly more expensive at launch, the S95D, but really those prices don't really matter now because the S95C is likely to be heavily reduced since it's an older model, but it was $100 US more, take that for whatever territory you're in, more at launch. The S95D is slightly thinner, and I have mentioned here as well the Infinity One design because that is the same across both these models. It's basically it's thin the whole way down the back. The Infinity One design panel, and also it has kind of like the box separate from the TV, so the connecting box, so all the kind of ports and everything and the processor are pulled out of the actual panel itself, which is something we've seen Samsung doing. So that's the Infinity One design, which you're going to see on both these panels, but it is different to some of the other OLEDs you will find in the Samsung range. But obviously the big thing here is the anti-glare tech, and so let's just dive in and have a look at the anti-glare tech and learn a bit more about the two products.
Hi guys, my name's Sam and I'm the National Training Manager at Samsung Electronics Australia. And in this zone, we're here to talk to you about the S95D OLED, our flagship OLED in 2024. Now last year, we introduced the S95C, which you actually see below here, and that was our flagship OLED in 2023, which did great for us. Great colors, great contrast, and it really did break some of the barriers that we're used to seeing in OLED in terms of brightness and contrast. But one of the big pain points of OLED and TVs in general has been when you show a dark scene or you have blacks on the screen, what do you see? Reflections. What's the point of having great blacks if you can't see and experience them? Well, we've thought about that pain point for Australians, and that's where we've introduced on the S95D in 2024 the new world first OLED certified OLED glare-free technology. Now this eliminates glare and reflections on the screen so that whenever you have a dark screen experience with blacks or darker colors, instead of seeing yourself in the reflection or your living room behind you, all you see is the content and the blacks that you bought the TV to see. So you can finally get the most out of your OLED technology, but without sacrificing on colors and contrast. This year, the S95D is also the world's first certified, Pantone certified, color accuracy for an OLED TV. So you can get accurate colors and contrast and vibrancy that is externally certified, and it's the only OLED TVs to be certified by Pantone. So you get great blacks, great color, and you can see them all with our glare-free technology.
Can I just ask, how does that technology work, and is it going to roll out across the other TVs as well?
Yeah, good question. So how does this technology work for OLED anti-glare? You will firstly only find it on the S95D and also a version of it on the frame, a little bit different to cater to the art to make it look authentic, but you will only otherwise find it on the S95D to get the best out of your OLED experience. Now how does it actually work? On top of the TV, there is an embossed coating. It's not just a matte coating. There is an embossed coating with specifically shaped wedge shapes which capture and diffuse the light across the screen rather than letting it bounce back towards the viewer. Now by diffusing the light, it scatters it so it fades away, So instead of bouncing back towards the viewer, all you see is the content rather than the reflection. So that surface is what makes a difference. And again, without sacrificing on the black levels that you're used to with OLED and your contrast and colors. So the question is, will it come to other TVs? Well, right now, honestly, we don't know. This is the first time we've introduced it on OLED, but we're excited to see where it goes. And of course, if consumers love this, which we're sure they will in Australia, with our bright Aussie living rooms, who knows what the future holds.
Really see a difference there.
Especially in the blacks, right?
Yeah, look at that. Such a big difference. Hard to feel, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Luckily you did it when it's showing darker black content because the rest of it's all colored.
From a dark space to a light space, so welcome to the Samsung living room. And you know, our research shows that 45% of Australians say the living room is their favourite room in the house, and on average they're spending between 3 to 5 hours a day in their living room. Now, I bet it's no surprise that the TV is generally the central point of the living room, and we see that with 4 in 5 Australians enjoying me time in the living room watching TV, whether that be TV shows, sports or gaming, as we've already spoken about. So 3 weeks ago, we unveiled the Samsung S95D OLED screen here, which actually has the world's first certified OLED glare-free technology. And this really is the pinnacle of our OLED range in 2024. And we believe with its glare-free that it really is built for Australian conditions. When we think about bright living rooms, bright spaces, and typically OLED has been really made for those darker environments, it's fantastic to be able to show an OLED screen as we are here in a light environment and even simulating a window next to it to highlight that. So here we have a 77-inch S95. And once we finish, I urge people to come and have a look at this. This is our 55 S95D up here. We've also included last year's model without glare-free as well, so you can really do a good comparison and see the difference between what the screens are doing when we add the glare-free technology in there. But Sam, maybe you want to talk more about glare-free in this room?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as I mentioned, this is the world's first OLED certified glare-free technology. And we're introducing this technology, we're of course fixing a pain point for Australian consumers, which is you can have a TV on with great glass, but you have lots of light coming in and you can't see that because of the distractions. Of course, we have solved that problem with OLED glare-free certified technology. Now, these TVs are also powered by a BQ4 and Gen 2 processor with over 8 billion specially engineered self-illuminating pixels. But what's important here is introducing this anti-glare technology for OLED glare-free is we haven't sacrificed on colour and clarity. Our OLEDs are also for a world first certified by Pantone for colour accuracy and skin tones. So you can have the inherently great blacks of OLED, accurate colour validated by Pantone, and certified glare-free so you have no distractions in your Australian living room. Now, separate to this, of course, we have a premium neutral, but OLED still carries over our premium design. The S95D this year is 11.2 millimeters slim. Also encourage you to check that out as you walk past and you see the anti-glare OLED glare-free technology. But also it's accompanied by the one thick box. So again, conceal all of your cables so you can focus on just your picture and no cables clutter behind your TV.
Thanks, Sam. And so before we leave the living room, we spoke about it upstairs around Samsung TV Plus. So Samsung TV Plus is available on all of our TVs and definitely available on all of our 2024 TVs and offer over 100 channels free to our customers. There's no strings attached, there's no fees, it just needs internet connection. And there really is something for everyone, whether that be bingeable TV shows, food shows, travel shows, and of course for those sport lovers, as we spoke about earlier, there's even dedicated channels for different types of sport as well. Including last year, we announced our partnership with Cricket Australia and we launched Cricket Gold, which is the world's first cricket fast channel. and really show us some historical men's and women's cricket matches that people can log in at any time to watch.